Bahamas.
Speak on it.
Oh, yeah.
They're warning their citizens when they come to the United States of how to interact with the police department. And they're also warning them to stay away from protests. And, you know, if they see a police, make sure you stay courteous and make sure you stay kind and respectful and things of that nature.
That's a red flag to me.
That's embarrassing to me.
It is embarrassing. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's how the world views us. They're watching. They don't have a horse in the race. They have an objective opinion based on what they see.
Yeah, they looking from the
and
outside
they see the same
in.
thing that we see. So that gives me validation that we're not crazy. Mm-hmm. Because they're speaking from the outside looking in, and what you can base it off of what you can see, what they can see is we get done dirty. As civilians, not just blacks. Mm-hmm. Cops that are bad, the bad cops.
Right.
They are pretty more than bad. They're harsh, yo. They're extreme, and people are fearing for their lives. So anytime another country is telling their people, be cautious, you're supposed to be able to go to police for help.
Right.
They're paid to help you, but in this event, they're being told, watch out for them.
Yeah.
That makes people not want
They're
to
told
come
to be
here.
being feared.
I wouldn't want to come here hearing that. I mean, especially if you're a person of melanin.
It reminds me of when we were on our way to Cancun jump off. They made it, watch out for the police. The police are crooked. Don't go anywhere by yourself.
Yeah.
Slacker, you remember that?
They ain't even bother us.
Yeah, literally, that was like, what I'm saying, if you go a block the wrong way, you might be in trouble.
Yeah, so now you have other countries saying that about us.
Yeah.
I feel so embarrassed as a country.
This is where we are. Unfortunately, this is where we are. And it has to be fixed. I'm not one to claim I have all the answers. And nobody really does. Because if they did, we'd be working towards it and making it happen. But I think just having this dialogue is enough. Mm-hmm. Because the Bible clearly says that if you reach one person, you reach a nation. So somebody's listening to us out here that may be a cop. That may not have had the best record as being a cop of being fair. We may influence them to kind of change their opinion of us, and maybe things could work. So I commend LV Rocks as a corporation for doing this. This is very, very important. We thank y'all.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
we
I
were
do
supposed
too.
to be talking live on air with the police, but I got a message that they were supposed to get off of work at 4 o'clock, and they are in the middle of a hostage negotiation.
That's pretty crazy.
So they don't know if they're
Yeah,
going
that's
to be
wild.
able to call in. And so I definitely invited them to give us a call on Wednesday at 6 o'clock when we're on air, if they're able to. But if not, we definitely appreciate it, because he went through the chains of command, got approval through his captain, and all types of things like that. So I really wanted to talk to him, because he's
definitely
somebody I consider a good cop.
But if there's anybody out there listening that is law enforcement and would like to chime in and give their opinion or answer some questions, call in please. 702-479-5254. Call us up. If you're a civilian and you want to talk about things that's going on, get some things off your chest, I encourage you to call. We out here. Let's talk about it.
That's right. So I have something else that just happened right when we were outside, and I was standing there, and I was like, I don't know how to take this. I don't know what to feel about this, because right now we're on air and we're talking about ways, things that's affecting us in the African American community.
Right.
And so saying Black Lives Matter right now is relevant to this situation. And someone that I don't even know put a picture on my Facebook page of them holding a flag and say, all lives matter. So I think people are misunderstanding the point of when you're saying Black Lives Matter. Like, for me, when I'm saying Black Lives Matter, yes, I practice every day that all lives matter. I'm a person that I tell my staff I can't be racist because everybody look the same to me. So, but right now I'm talking about something that's affecting the black community. So I kind of feel like it's almost disrespectful when I'm talking about the black community as an African American woman, and you come to me, yeah, but all lives matter. Yeah, I know that, but right now I'm talking about what's affecting my community. So I kind of took it in so many ways. So what is your take on all lives matter versus Black Lives Matter?
Media spin has a lot to do with that.
I'm a type of person that I can do deductive reasoning to the point where I can detect people's tone and what you're saying, and take it for more than what it is, because how you're presentation is everything. So if we're talking about a clear issue, let's say from the last time we were on air, and we were talking about the young black man that was shot. If I said Black Lives Matter, it's a matter of, at that time, we feel like black lives don't matter to the dominant society, and their response is, well, all lives matter. So not everybody takes it that way. So it's like you got different groups of people that'll say something with one intent, and the other people will take that same thing and have a different feeling towards it.
Right.
And me, I don't really do well with people's feelings. So I know, as a person with common sense, that all lives matter. Black, white, whatever race, whatever creed, whatever you practice, it
Very
doesn't
true.
matter to me. You have to respect each other at all times as people. I don't care what your nationality is, your gender. You give me what you give me, and you will get it back. If you're mean to me, I'm not going to be nice to you. But if you're good with me, I'm good with you. I don't care what you do, what your race is. So all lives will always matter. That's kind of the obvious. But Black Lives Matter, the movement, that I have a totally different opinion on it, and it's different than what we're talking about, so I won't get into that. The movement itself, I don't particularly agree with, but I know the intent from black people when they say Black Lives Matter. But I also know there are some people that says all lives matter because we don't want that to get lost in thinking that we're just about black. We're not. So we should be saying Black Lives Matter too, just to appease the people that can't tell the difference. That's how I feel.
All right, Slacker and JR the Rockstar, what's your opinions on this?
I mean, I agree with him. I think it's a situation where you're looking at a lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff get misconstrued. So, like, with the situation of Black Lives Matter, looking at the situation of the differences in society, you know what I'm saying? There's certain stuff that, you know what I'm saying, as they say, privilege is not, you know, that's not accustomed to that, you know, the others are, and the others are the blacks. So you're looking at a situation of, like, you know what I'm saying, pretty much is Black Lives Matters and our rights matters, and the way we treat it is on a different level. So they're basically just saying we matter the same amount that you do. But it's get, you know, like I said, it get lost in translation and it get lost in society. So I agree with, you know what I'm saying, the same thing Jay's saying. It's just the fact of, you know, everybody at the end of the day, you don't want nobody to be taking off this planet the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But nobody. It don't make sense. But, you know what I'm saying, there still be a equal playing field. So, like, when you're looking at situations and you get two different outcomes because of two different people, that's a problem.
Yeah, and I also believe that the media has a lot to do with that too. You know, like, I think they like to twist and turn words and images.
Well, that's their job. They have orders to perpetuate a certain agenda at times.
Yeah,
you
and
believe nothing you see from mainstream media. They are corporate puppets, government puppets.
But I think that's why the people who say Black Lives Matter and the people who say all lives matter get it misconstrued sometimes, because that's how the media wants it. Instead of us becoming together and becoming in unity as one, they still want to keep us divided, even by the simplest things.
Yeah, that's divide and conquer. That's been something that's been around, man. And we know the tricks. We know all that. We see it play out in our eyes. But there are some people that just don't want to believe that the powers that be that is supposed to control all of this would have negative intentions. And I'm like, well, if you just look at history, just watch history. It always repeats itself. It's repeating itself.
It definitely does.
You know, we're in sad times. It's very unfortunate.
And it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I'm going to read AI's comment. Of course, my boo. She said, I agree with you, Day. When someone wants to say all lives matter, I think they're trying to demise the movement as a whole and try to replace black with all, when that's not the point. The point is focus on the people who are being gunned down, and it's not all lives. The only ones that's been lost rapidly are black lives.
That's true. I mean, it's hard to
you know, something else we can bring up, like I said, we haven't talked about it yet, but was just off the chain to me was the guy Walsh dealing with the threats to our president.
Oh my God, I saw that.
Like that's off the chain. We're in a situation like here, we got Detroit, we got a dude who's under investigation because he made some comments on his Facebook page. And it's like, man, it's a regular civilian, but you got a guy who literally was voted in by our people that pay our taxes in this joint. And, like, speaking about our president, like, you know what I'm saying, that's the leader of our nation. That no matter if you like him or not. I understand, like, you're not going to like everybody. That's part of life. I understand it. But to be in a situation where it's okay to do that, and on that platform where you can get to that many people with that negativity and there's no repercussions, that kind of shows, you know what I'm saying, like
Exactly.
that privileged situation right there.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, what's interesting is,
But he
isn't it illegal?
Freedom
to
of speech
threaten
worked for
a
him, though.
president?
It is.
Isn't
and
that
Ben,
against the
isn't
law?
he's
It
been
is.
an ex-congressman. He's still receiving a paycheck from the government.
course
They
he
receive it for
is.
life. He should lose that benefit. You're threatening the president. Come on, son. You should lose all of that.
But you
Wait,
know
wait.
he won't.
But that's ridiculous when you got a firefighter in D.C. being investigated for making the right.
I was gonna say that's the
get outta
difference.
here.
There you go.
That's the
She's
difference.
starting to come around.
No, I'm
I
not. I'm
think she's
not
coming
coming
around.
around. I
Now,
would
listen,
never, ever,
you know why?
ever believe
You know
in
why I
the
know
stuff
you're
Jay
coming
Gatsby
around?
knows.
You know why?
That's the
You know I
difference.
know you come because I absolutely 100% agree with you for the second time. On
No,
the
you're
show.
starting to come around.
No. Listen. I'm in the upper room already.
Whatever.
All right, let's explain.
Anyway, let's go ahead and play this song by Chris real quick. We're going to get into his song, and then we're going to come right back and discuss
Day
the
agrees with me.
difference. Whatever, I don't.
She does.
I don't.
She does.
I don't.
Who taught you to please? Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleed?
A DJ Sides production.
I come here tonight to plead with you.
You can't go on like this.
Believe in yourself and believe that you're
Try
somebody.
counting sheep, but there's one
I
always
said to
miss.
the group last night, nobody else can do this for me. No document can do this for me. No Lincolnian Emancipation Proclamation can do this for us. No Tennessonian or Johnsonian Civil Rights Bill can do this for us.
I tried counting sheep,
Be
but there's one
proud
I always
of our
miss.
heritage. As somebody said earlier tonight, we don't have anything to be ashamed of. Somebody told a lie one.
You just gotta let it go.
They couched it in language.
Vision unorthodox, mind like a ticking bomb. Positive progression, overstepping enemies' arms. I realize they trying to break us all apart. Martha Rosa kept our culture going hard. Put away the hate, we leaving our queen sky. It's all up to us. If we who we get, they want us all gone. Another trap in the system. Close ones gonna miss you. This issue bringing us pain. Going up that brain, they wanna take us all away. But it's nothing but them cloudy days. Black power, miss they held high. While candles in the sky, I sit while I try not to cry. Pouring us against us, leaving our kids, they starving in the streets. They be serving and protecting, but they always wanna rest them. They beating and shooting, acting like this alright. But what happened to our black right? Yeah.
Need some sleep. You can't go on like this. I tried counting sheep, but there's one I always miss. Everyone said I'm getting down too low. Everyone said you just gotta let it go.
It's warfare, and none of us is safe. Can't respect the law when they approach with their hand up on their waist. Taking innocent life away. 1964 when all good. They understood the point in the movement that they proved. Rosa said, no, bro, I ain't moving. Nope. Never be fearful about the things that you doing. They took her fingerprints, mug shots. I thank God they ain't take her life. Malcolm X said it best, right. Clip a rock landing on us, we ain't land on it. I'm not racist, I'm not feeling racism. In my dream the other day, I met with the king, we talked about what's going on. We kicked it, we in the zone. The message that I got, keep his words going strong. Black hurt and black kids without knowledge, the time that you living is repeated cycle. But don't forget about the black power.